My name is Victor, and this is my beautiful wife. Her name is Debbie.
Debbie,
so
yeah,
welcome to our channel. So, I hope you learned something in the first part series that we started talking about traveling to Morocco, our experience there and stuff. But if you've not watched it, please check. I'm sure you will see a link underneath, or in our channel you see the fourth part series on Morocco. So we discussed about the visa process, booking your flights, getting good deals and stuff, and then planning for your travel, things you could want to carry, not carry, just our experience there to the airport, how we found our transportation, how we saved money while coming back and stuff like that. So, but in this one, we'll just talk more about our experience more in the city, things we did, our life there, our experiences there, how we also help cut costs, also, and maybe you get to learn some things also from us. So I would say, yeah, maybe we start, because we stopped the last one in talking about the airport, how we didn't save money the first time, we spent more, but coming back we saved more money. We went through the bus, so instead of going through the it was nice. At least we mingled with the school students, the children in the school.
No, I was speaking English to my husband. I was like, guys, I'm his wife. All these ones that you guys are saying.
So it was nice. We saved a lot of money by going back there. Then we say in terms of transportation, they have a system where as soon as you enter, they press it based on distance that you cover, then it's going to
so we did not know initially. So the first time we went to the Medina, we were just arguing with the guy, and he gave us one very high price as he saw that we are tourists. And then we got to our destination. When we were coming back, we now discovered that he was supposed to press a meter, and then when we get to where we are going, he would stop the meter and then show us the amount. So in a way, even though we still beat the price he gave us down, he still cheated us.
Yeah, but our coming back was far cheaper.
Yeah.
Than what we spent when we are going out. Going out. So we learned from there, and henceforth, whenever we enter the taxi, we just try to point hand to the meter, because they will know you are a tourist, because you can't speak their language, the way you are also dressed and all that. They will know somehow this guy is a tourist. Somehow, almost everywhere you go, people are out there to exploit tourists. It's just part of the ways they make money off the tourists whenever they are in their city. So that's something else you need to watch out for. They have buses, but the buses do not really operate constantly.
Everywhere.
Like, there are not too many, but the taxis are relatively cheap, which you can you can go with, especially if you are 2 or 3 or traveling in a group or a family. I believe the taxi is a better option for you.
Or you can walk, because most of the distance, well, depending on where you're going, are walkable distance. So one thing we did to be able to get data was that we bought a local SIM, and then we did 10 gig. Was it 10 gig we did for 100 dirham, or how much?
100 dirham, okay.
After times, or 30 dirham.
Maybe 30 or something.
Yeah, so we just bought. No, we did not buy the SIM. They gave us a SIM at the airport. And then
if before coming out, there are people that are selling the SIM, but when we just got out of the airport, there are people giving us the SIM for free. So
we just collected it.
So just be smart,
and then from there we just did like 10 gig, and then that was what we used. So Google Map, their Google Map over there is relatively correct, so you can still navigate with Google Map. And then one big lesson we learned is that don't change your money at the airport. So initially, before traveling, I learned that don't change your money in UK, because you're going to get better deals where you're going. So we just withdrew pounds and then took it along with us. So we changed it. We changed some at the airport. I've forgotten the rate, and then when we got to the city and wanted to change, we found a better rate. So you might just do as we did. just change the little you can at the airport just to take you out of the airport. And then when you get to the city, you can change and then save money. And then another thing we did was explore food.
Yeah. So I mean, traveling culture is just part of it, and food is part of that. We didn't really see, some of the
food we know
we are used to, so we had to explore. There are meals like couscous. I think that was the one.
That's your best food now.
Yeah, we ate more. It was, something more. At least I could a bit associate with. I think there was another one. Is it tagine or something?
Tagine, yeah, so I like that. But
we also
the way they cook their meat, they will cook it to the extent that you can't even feel the meat in your mouth again. It will just be melting.
Yeah.
So that's why we do not really like tagine.
They also had cheese. They had rice, but the way they cook their rice is funny, like white rice like this. They can even put inside bread too and do some other stuff.
So their shawarma had rice inside. I'm like, what is this? For God's sake.
That's quite funny. Then, well, in terms of meal, I mean, maybe you just want to explore. You experience good cook and bad cook. So we tasted some that were nice. Of course, we tasted some that were
oh my God, we couldn't eat. We couldn't eat.
Yeah.
And then, luckily for us, like we were trying different meals every day. We say, oh, what are we trying today? We're trying different meals. We saw them eating rice and bread. Like they eat bread with everything. Maybe they call it naan or bread, I don't know, but they eat it with everything. Yeah,
bread is
everything. It's like
almost everything they serve you, whether the tagine, some of them
will they will even had bread.
They serve you rice, they'll give you bread.
And they like oil. Jesus, they like oil in that country. So that is, I think it was when we now had one food that we now eventually put the last day, or maybe the second to the last day.
More beans
that look like beans, but not the normal beans, So it was nice exploring the meals over there. I actually enjoyed that.
They have fruit, so we bought fruits too, like things like grape, banana. Cashew, so like nuts and stuff. They have a lot of nuts. I think they do different kind of nuts, which we try to take a few. Then fruit also, bought fruit sometimes, take it to our hotel and eat while there. So in terms of food, so you check around. I mean, explore. You see different kind of restaurants and stuff, So
and then we went to the Medina. One of the things we did was online, and for you, if you want to travel, it's always advisable that you book where you want to go, things you want to do there using getyourguide.com. So that's where we actually booked most of our trip activities and Airbnb experiences. That's where you book all the things you want to do, because if you get there, where do you want to start booking? So but for the Medina, I saw tourists. I think they were charging, I can't remember how much they were charging per person, and I was just like, okay, we'll just go there and just walk around. It's a Medina. Medina means market in Moroccan language. So that was our plan. But then we got there and then we met someone that charged us. I can't remember.
Yeah, he charged us low. I think we first met someone.
Yeah.
The person, the money he called was a bit high.
Which was still cheaper compared to what I saw on getyourguide.com.
Okay, anyway. So we eventually got a man that I think what we paid him, if not 40 or 50, 30, it's not too much, like compared to what other people were charging us. So and he took us around. I mean, if you want to explore like a proper Medina, maybe the one for Fes is better than the one for Marrakech, because Fes is more of like a local historical cultural city.
History.
It has history. In fact, in the Medina, they don't allow cars to move around. They still use donkeys and others, you know, to like carry things
we saw
around.
Donkeys carrying
you
goods.
know, so they try to still
be waiting for them until
make it very cultural and stuff.
Yeah.
So I went to a few places like where they do the hides and skin stuff, the leather stuff, where they do their crafting, of like they making those their jug, their cup, their kettles for teas and stuff. Where they sell most of these their local oil.
Argan oil. Argan oil is common for Moroccan, so we got the Moroccan argan oil. The leather, we were able to, like, you know, they make leather from animal skin, so we could perceive the smell of the skin. Like it was actually very disgusting, the smell, but it was nice to like see the process of how leather is made, and it was actually a nice outing. We visited several places
places where they make. So they have a lot of small businesses in that Medina, like this their turban on in their head, where they make it. Some rocks also that they use. So they kind of have a lot of small businesses that produce things there. You know, so so a lot of things. So you just move around, you know. But I mean, it's good if you can get a tour guide,
to help you, because the thing about Moroccan is that there are some places you can't enter without a guide, because the guide will just talk to them. Oh, I'm here, how are you doing? And then just take you in. So it might be helpful to get a guide, but you can get a guide on site instead of like booking that part online. So we now decided to go to Marrakech, because we were in Fes all this while. That was where our hotel was. And then we booked a riad in Marrakech. So riad means in Morocco are hotels, but they call them riad. I don't know, for some reason. But the beauty of the riad is that you see all these Moroccan patterns on the walls, on the doors. It's just like, maybe it used to be their proper houses that are now converted to hotel, but they call them riads. Because in first we were staying in an hotel, but in Marrakech we stayed in a riad, which was like a nice way to experience the culture. And the riad was even in the city center, which is like the heart of Marrakech. So one way we were able to book our train was, we considered all our options. We could either go by road, which was
the night
10
trip.
hours.
The night trip, was
a
cheaper,
long
but
trip.
Almost 10 hours or 11 hours or so, or more than
and it was, there's nothing to say. It's just desert, not bushes, just desert. So
well, we can't say my love, because we didn't go through them. We don't know if there might be things to see on the road while we're going. But of course, it is midnight, so there's nothing we're going to be seeing at night. And then, as much as we said it's safe, we are tourists. We are conscious safety, you know. We don't know, night is kind of risky, you know, going by road and stuff like that. So we just thought that might not be a good one. We looked at the price of the road during the day and the train. The differences were not too much, and the train was going to take us like 6 hours or so. It was quite a long one anyway. To the Marrakech. So because Marrakech is more of the tourists, I would say it's more of the tourist city compared to Riyadh. So we traveled. We went to book the tickets ourselves, right?
We went to the train station. And then we booked it, and we booked second class, because we don't want to book first class, because you're going to be mingling with the locals, and I don't know how third class is going to be like. Maybe you have to like hustle for your seat, or maybe stand up throughout the journey. So it was not something we wanted to experience. So we booked second class for our trip, and then so we had a seat allocated with table for us, and it just made the journey easier, and we were just watching movies as we were traveling. So it was a nice trip, and I must say that their train station is actually very beautiful as well. Like if I say the airport is beautiful, the train is even really nice, and that is for both Fes train station and the
Marrakech.
Marrakech train station. It was actually nice. And then the next day was when we went for.
Yeah, so I think was it the next day or okay, the same, I think.
Oh, the same day we went for quad bike.
Yeah, it was the same day we did everything. Yeah, so we went. No, was it the same day?
The day we arrived Marrakech.
I think we went to do something that
quad
evening.
bike in the evening here.
So we went for that, you know.
Yeah. So it was nice. We went quad biking. I think
we went quad biking and camel riding. Yeah, we did that.
So all the fun things, all the fun, beautiful things is in Marrakech. So the historical thing is in Fes. So when we came to Marrakech, we had the quad biking, we had the camel rides, and after that they treated us to like a local Moroccan tea. Moroccan and their mint tea, they're like 5 and 6. You can't separate them. So they like the mint tea a lot. Like you see men sitting down in bars, quote and unquote. You think it's a bar, but then what you see in the front is just the mint tea. Yeah. So the way people sit down, go to bars to take alcohol is the same way they go to bars to like take mint tea. So we had that mint tea as well. And then the next day.
Yeah, the next day, so we went very early in the morning. We went for the hot balloon. So all of these things was booked online actually. Yeah,
so Airbnb experiences.
So my wife booked them online. So we went there, quite a nice one. So had a good time. I mean, watching the sunrise, you know.
Yeah, it was very early. We had to wake up 4:30 or thereabout because they came to pick us from our hotel.
Yeah, as early as possible.
So you can watch the sunrise.
So we had very good experience with the hot balloon air, you know, thousands of
1,000
is a kilometer,
the altitude that it was just really very high.
So it was quite high, yeah, and yeah, it was a nice experience seeing the city from where we are, seeing the very beautiful view of the desert, the city itself. Yeah, I think it's quite a nice one. And they were organized in terms of, you know, we had a kind of like jeep that came to pick us, you know, took us back, you know, where it stopped, the hot balloon air stopped, you know, they also came to pick us from there, return us back to where we sat, you know.
Yeah, so and then
they gave us food to eat. They served us breakfast, different varieties of dishes.
It was a buffet now, yeah. So you could just
it was nice, really. Yeah. So took some amazing pictures there. And then we returned back.
That was the highlight of the trip for me because I really wanted to do the hot air balloon, even though it was very expensive.
Very expensive.
My love was like,
I think nearly £200, maybe one
per person.
Yeah, per person.
So we were like, my love was like, even the money that I was spending to come to this Morocco, why are we spending this much for hot air balloon? But eventually, when we did it, it just a once in a lifetime experience. So that was what that was how I was able to convince
the camel riding and the quad biking are kind of affordable. Those ones were not too much. So if you can't do the other one, at least do this one. But I know that one was a bit expensive.
I told him that it was once in a lifetime. Yeah. So that was how I was able to convince him. So we now got to the hot air balloon. Please tell me where I'm looking down and saying, God. We are so high up in the sky. There's no emergency procedure. You know, somewhere like the UK, you can't try that nonsense in the UK. Like you just carry some people up there. You don't have like emergency landing procedures, what to do in case of an emergency if anything happens. So you're just up there in the air. What if something punctured the bag?
Yeah. It's quite a risky
it was at that point I was like, oh my God, this is a lot of risk. This is us taking a lot of risks, but to the God be the glory. We came down safely, and I was like, yeah, it was worth it. It was nice seeing the sunrise, like literally watch the sunrise from up there in the sky. So it was actually a beautiful view. And then we bought souvenirs too. We always buy souvenirs every time we travel, just to be able to remember the city we travel to. So we got nice souvenirs also for our friends, and was it a nice trip? In retrospect, my love, what do you think? Was it worth it?
Yeah, I think it was worth it. I mean, the weather also, we enjoyed the weather, the city, the news, the sun. Yeah, the hotel we also stayed came with breakfast, and it was always a buffet breakfast.
So I think we should give you that advice that if you're going to Morocco, just try and get like breakfast at your hotel, or maybe
it was a nice one.
Breakfast and dinner.
Wake up like maybe 8:30 or something. Just move downstairs for the we don't need to go out or try to get something. So I think that was pretty much the. So well, in general, we really have fun. Immersed ourselves into the culture of the place, explore, experience things, even though language was a barrier, that's another thing. But I mean, we use a lot of sign language and demonstration.
I think you got us through that part,
using sign language.
He was the one that is always trying to communicate with the locals. He does not understand their language. He can't speak French. He can't speak Arabic. Please tell me why he's always trying to talk to locals. Even when we go and eat, they already know him. They will just be playing with it. I'll say, they don't understand. You don't understand. They will not be doing sign language for each other and be smiling at each other. So I was telling her, I said, babe, if not because of you, Oga will have finished me in this country. Because how do I explain what I want to order? Because the menu is in Arabic. So imagine looking at the menu and you don't even know anything about that menu. But
yeah, so
it was actually nice.
It was nice. And then in the Medina, the interpreter we got, the tour guide we got, speaks English. Which is something you should look out for sure. If you are going, you should use a tour guide like for the Medina in first that speaks English. So he was able to tell us a little bit historical stuff. I think in summary, I would say before we left also, after the whole tours in the desert, having those adventurous moments, we came back again to experience Marrakech well. They had, like special horse riding also instead of a car taking you on a tour within Marrakech, you can go for it for the Camel also to take you around the city, the carriage. Then they had like towards evening, like a lot of busy time in their own Medina, snake charmers,
dancing,
magicians, people doing all sorts of things in the evening that keeps the Medina very, very busy.
I got this thing on my hand. What's the name? I've forgotten.
Yeah, some of these are local design, what they call it.
I've forgotten.
Those designs that they make on the hand. I think she did something. It was nice. Did something there on the hand. So we went in October. I don't know how the weather will be like in some other months. I'm sure if you go during raining season, it might not, I don't know how it will be, but we went towards a season that was dry, was sunny. We went early October, and we really enjoyed our time in the city, and it was a nice holiday. So, if you want to go,
we are thinking about going to Morocco. Let me say what they used to say: "Habibi, come to Morocco."
All right. Enjoy your time there and explore.
Explore. Bye. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
You can ask us whatever questions you have, and we'll be in the comment section to reply. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
All right. Make sure you subscribe and share with someone in case you know someone that's looking at going to Morocco or thinking of visiting Morocco. Yeah. All right. Take care. Bye.